Today, it's all about curtains. I'm talking curtains. I'm so excited because we always go wrong when it comes to this. But on set with me is Patience from Nina Interiors. Welcome and say.
Patience. Thank you.
So Patience is going to take us through what it means to choose the right curtains, the right fabric, the right color, texture, all that. So just sit back, relax. If there's need for you to change your curtains, this is the time. What is the one thing someone should always have on mind, on fingertips, when they're choosing curtains?
When you're choosing the curtains for your home, for any room in the house, or even in the office, the first thing that is most important is the size of the window. It's very important to know how wide the window is and how long the width and the length of the window, because sometimes you will get the curtains with your own measurements, and it is either too short, the curtain is too short that it doesn't close the entire window, or it is too short that it doesn't reach the floor. So knowing the size of the window or the door is very important.
There's something I hear whereby people say drapings, curtains. I actually get confused. In that there's a time I walked into a shop and I was buying curtains when I was moving. So I go like, I want drapings, and they're like, we tailor make the drapings. So how you make them is what they call drapings. And when I got here, it's the same thing you were telling me. What you do with them is what makes them drapings. So what's the difference between curtains and drapings, if there's a difference?
Most times we use the words curtains and drapes interchangeably, like it's the same thing. But ideally, curtains would be fabric, light fabric that is not draped, is not lined, sorry, light fabric that is not lined. So to give an example, this is a curtain. This is, we usually sell them in pairs, meaning that you can open the window and close it. So it's a pair on each side, it's a curtain. So the curtain is this fabric that is not lined. So light can easily pass through. Now, draping, unlike curtains, is much heavier fabric. Drapings are much heavier and they're usually lined. Lined meaning that there is a sheet of fabric that we put at the back to avoid light passing through, and it also protects the fabric as well. So draping is usually much heavier than the curtains, and it also is sold in pairs. However, they do the same thing.
We don't have in mind what we're blending them with. And growing up, I was accustomed to the curtain is blue, the chair has a bit of a bluish in it, and then the carpet has small blue squares in it. That is what we're used to. But today you enter someone's property and you find the curtain is a different color, the carpet is a different color. And in your mind, you're like, do they know they violated all the interior designing tips and all that? Is it a trend? Is it something that is right? Is it wrong?
I think interior design is fluid. It's as fluid as the personality.
Confuse me not. What do you mean by it's fluid?
Meaning that if I have curtains, let me give you an example. This is a curtain fabric. This will ideally go on top. This is a net. Yeah? Now, this net and this curtain go together in the sense that it is the same.
That is what I know.
Now, this is what you know.
Yes.
Now, there is another trend in putting curtains up in the house. You've got something like this. This is a very rich earth tone fabric, and you don't necessarily have to pair it with what looks exactly like it. You can, for example, pair it with something plain like this. They would go separately, but they can as well go together. Or you can have something like this. This is cream, which is also really still in the earth tones.
Okay.
In terms of
you mean?
The colors. The colors, these are more natural colors. Something like this. This is cream, which will blend in very well with brown, but it can be paired with so many other colors. So to answer your question, we had a trend that was matching everything. If the chair is blue, then the curtains are going to be blue and the carpet will be blue. But nowadays, it's okay to clash.
Are we talking about the whole color blocking and all?
It can be color blocking, but it can also be mixing colors that work together. I'll give an example. If you have black and white on your curtains are black and white, you can have a red carpet. It is very okay.
Thinking of that, actually, it would look good if it looked really
it would
big.
Look very beautiful. So, but you know, traditionally you wouldn't have that.
The other thing, you will find some properties, the living room has brown drapings, curtains, and then in the kitchen, brown curtains. So I want to know, is there a different kind of fabric or a different kind of curtains as opposed to the living room and bedrooms, or you can go and have the same thing all out?
You can give your house or your living space personality by giving it different curtains or drapings for each room. And something like this would look very beautiful in the living room. Yeah, but we've got the earth tones as well, the browns, the grays, which would look, and we've got red and yellow and the rest that would look very nice in the bedroom as well as the living room. This is a beautiful curtain. You can hold this side. This is a beautiful curtain for the kitchen. The colors are bright. You know, a kitchen is where love comes together on a plate or in a cup of tea.
Comes together on the dining table.
No,
the food.
it is mixed in the kitchen. It's all done in the kitchen. This is beautiful. This is rich in color. It's rich, you know, that the designs, the colors. We've got different ways to hang curtains. Okay. Yeah, let me educate you on this one.
I'm all ears.
We are used to the boxes, the curtain boxes, which have rail where you pull it and put it. Yeah. Now these are eyelets. With this, you are able to fold your curtain. Now this is how it would ideally be folded on a pole, because we use rods.
Just like this.
Just like this. We use rods to hold up the curtains. So using eyelets, it's a much cleaner look, using the eyelets and the rods, and it will give you a lot that you can do with your curtain.
I noticed, you look at the length of this, it's a bit short. You gave me this as an example for the kitchen, it's a bit short. And I'm looking at this and they're long. Is this like a standard height for the kitchen?
Kitchen, each house is different.
Is there any difference with the kids' rooms, curtains for the kids?
Children are very creative. Their minds are so open to anything, and giving them bright colored curtains just, you know, opens them up rather to even more possibilities and more color and so much more. So for parents, this is beautiful. This is very nice. These colors are very beautiful. But at Nina Interiors, we've got colors for children as well.
Thanks, Patience.
You're very well.
We really love having you on the set. It was an honor. And for you out there who's looking to change your interior, the curtains, the drapings, the kids' rooms, the kitchen, you have an idea. You know where to go. It was the Property Talk brought to you by Royal Mabati. You're looking to actually shelter your house, put iron sheets on top of your house. It's Royal Mabati. And the other beauty, they deliver. Anywhere you are, they'll find you. They'll bring it to your doorstep.
Royal Mabati Factory Limited has been making quality roofing materials since 2005. Our roofing materials are built to industry standards and have passed all rigorous constructor certifications and testing. We give our customers a 15-year warranty on all our Mabati products. With a varied range of products, our Mabati profiles are cutting edge and employ the latest designs. Royal Mabati prides in being the only roofing manufacturer that offers free delivery services up to customers' site. Royal Mabati Factory Limited, making beautiful roofs that last long.